Alright, so I'll give it, as usual, I'll give it a few minutes for people to join in, and I'll probably make another post about it. Just give it a couple minutes, and we'll get rolling. Let's see. There it is. Oh. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Daniel, how you doing? How's everybody doing here? Just waiting for people to hop on in and we'll get started. It's almost Halloween. Can you believe it? Good Lord. Felt like the Daytona 500 was yesterday. Happy spooky season. Yes. Good old spooky month. So, what's on the agenda today? We will continue on with the off-season playoffs. And then after the first race, I am going to show you guys a little teaser of what's to come for Sunday Night Lights 1999. Because we gonna party like it's 1999. I feel like I have to make that reference at some point. Anyway. And also, I went with Friday just because we have the doubleheader of races tomorrow as well, and I just figured I'd knock that out. Our town's trick-or-treating is tomorrow. Oh, really? Wow. So a little earlier, huh? I know Halloween falls on a Thursday, but, you know. I'll say this right now. There's a lot to look forward to for 99. I'll talk more later. But I will say this. As the live stream is starting, I'm not running it right now, but my friend Jet is actually help running it. But the very first race is now underway. So we are now officially doing races for 1999. So, again, I know it's been a bit of a wait, but we've been just trying to get some things worked out and everything else. So yeah, happy to say that races are officially underway, and we'll see how everything goes. Right? It's 2024. Do you expect us to let kids have fun anymore? Yeah, ain't that the truth? They're probably out hunting for, I don't know, lunch-leys or something. Oh, I don't want people coming after me. I'm sorry, I'm being goofy here. All right, so obviously, to start things off, we got a round of 8. So, yeah. So let me go ahead and send you guys the standings and what we're looking at. Oh, there it is. Because once again, like the rules from before, hard restart. So again, fresh set of restarts, and we'll go from there. So these are the 8 drivers over these next 3 races who will contend for those 4 spots. Who do you think wins the 2024 Cup Series Championship? Honestly, it would be funny to see Logano pull it off. You know, and you never know. So, you know, it's always an even year that he comes out and does this stuff. So, never count him out. The 3 that I like the most are Larson, Bell, and Byron. You know, we'll see how Homestead goes this weekend. Those three have won at Homestead before. So we'll wait and see what happens there. So again, I think again those three have been very consistent. Obviously, anything can change, anything can happen, and that's the beauty of the playoffs is that there's a lot of unpredictability. You never know what's going to happen. So Logano's win definitely shook a lot of things up. I will say that for sure. I truly do believe that the Vegas finish was fun because it turned into a little bit of strategy play for sure, and I think that's what made it pretty fun. So obviously, I kind of wanted Suarez to win, but you know what? It is what it is. Okay, let's get this going. So we got a unique track for our first race. We are heading to Senair. I think I said that correctly. Sure. So, 75 laps. This track only fits 37 cars. I already ran qualifying, and I tested things, so we should be good. And we'll go from there. All right, so let's get this show on the road. So Ernie Irvan will start from the pole, and next to him is Jeff Gordon. Then you got Kyle Petty and Dale Earnhardt. You got Joe Nemechek, Rob Moroso, Kenny Wallace, Bubba Nissen, Jeff Green, Rusty Wallace, Patty Moyes, Mark Martin, Shauna Robinson, Kelly Earnhardt, Wally Dallenbach, John Nemechek, Darrell Waltrip and Alan Kowicki, Ricky Rudd, Sterling Marlin, Dick Trickle, Chad Little, Jeff Burton, Bill Elliott, Tim Richmond, Terry Labonte, Terry Schoonover, Tammy Jo Kirk, Dale Jarrett, Kenny Brack, Casey Elliott, Davey Allison, Jimmy Spencer, Eddie Bierschwell, and then Steve Grissom, Jeff Bodine, and Todd Bodine. So yeah, make your picks for who do you think's going to win race number 1 at Senair, and we'll get the ball rolling here. Drivers to your cars. See, everything's going. So this is a track in Canada. This was definitely an interesting choice. I thought it'd be something unique. So this is Senair Super Speedway. It's like a triangular short track. Saint-Pierre, Quebec, I think that's how you pronounce it. So yeah, this track is in Quebec. So how about that? We got ourselves a fun international date for us here today.
Drivers, start your engines.
It's definitely got a unique shape, relatively flat track, so passing should be pretty entertaining here, pretty interesting. We'll see what happens. And everybody's rolling off, and we're just about set and ready to go here. Huh. I did not know Louisville was playing tonight. Could Montreal be in the Cup future for SNL? Well, anything is possible. Not going to give anything away, but obviously you just never know. Obviously, it's been on the schedule for Stock GT. So it's just one of those things where you just going to have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, let's get the ball rolling in the round of 8. Irvan, Gordon, Petty, Earnhardt, lead him to the green flag, and we're underway from Senair. And Irvin pulls away with ease. Meanwhile, Petty and Gordon battle for second. So Kyle Petty takes second. Gordon falls to third. Every position, every point matters for our 8 playoff contenders. Those being Ernie Irvin, Rusty Wallace, Alan Kawicki, Jeff Gordon, Rob Moroso, Ricky Rudd, Jeff Green, and Bubba Nissen. Have you ever heard of Archville Alpha? I don't think I have. Will someone dump Rusty? Yes or no? Now let's take a look at Rusty here. He's currently back towards about 8th or 9th or so. He's up to 7th. Clearing Rob Moroso for position as he works on the 31 and the 3, the 2 RCR cars. Well, actually, he's got all 3 RCR cars surrounding him. Earnhardt, Green, and Moroso. Wallace thought about shooting it up the middle, but he's not going to do that. Raising Canes, good choice, good choice. I do like some Canes. Kyle's car looks amazing. Thank you. It's simple, but I really liked how this car turned out. It's become a relatively iconic car for him as the years go by and all that fun stuff. Total team control. It's like, all right, I'm gonna give Jeff a little bump and push him towards the front. And it's Dale Earnhardt pushing Jeff Green. Jeff Green currently sits in 5th place behind Joe Nemechek. Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt fight for 6th. Yep, Racer Barbie, of course. Patty Moyes back in 9th. Shauna Robinson behind her in 10th. She's getting around Kenny Wallace for that position. Rusty Wallace, however, all over the back of that 31 machine, that Budweiser Chevrolet. It's Budweiser versus Miller. Pick your poison. Meanwhile, it is still Ernie Irvin out in front, trying to become the first driver to punch their ticket to Atlanta, the round of 4. And like I said, stay tuned for after this first race. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of, or a little teaser of what's to come for SNL 99. I'm hoping the audio works for it. I don't know if it's going to. I'm still trying to figure out certain kinks of OBS, Streamlabs OBS for all that matter, but we'll see what happens. Seems like everybody's just settling in now. Top 10 is single file, and back behind Moyes and Robinson is Kelly Earnhardt up to 11th. Trying to hold off Bubba Nissen and Kenny Wallace as Nissen moves up to 12th place. That is one of our playoff drivers. Alan Kawicki struggling a little bit here. He's currently listed in 16th place. He and Ricky Rudd are currently the 2 lowest running of the 8 drivers. So they definitely need to get a move on here. Kowicki needs to try and work on some momentum and get past some of these guys. He's got John Nemechek in front of him. Let me see here. Archville Alpha. It's an NR 2003 YouTuber who runs mock races with different NR 2003. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. Pick your poison. Bud versus Miller. I'd rather drink poison. Again, things are pretty quiet here so far. Of course, you got to start thinking about pit stops if this race continues to run green. And again, it is Ernie Irvan, Kyle Petty, Jeff Gordon, Joe Nemechek, Jeff Green, your top 5. Rusty Wallace still all over the back of Jeff Green, trying to work past it. Rusty Wallace trying to work past Jeff Green here. Rob Moroso in contention. Nice battle for 5th going here. You got Dale Earnhardt in 8th. Then in 9th is Patty Moyes, 10th, Shauna Robinson. We are coming to 15 laps complete here in just a moment. Just messing around with some of the camera angles here. Yeah, it looks like Irvin and Petty have broken away from the rest of the field. Jeff Gordon kind of by himself, but not too far out in front of the 5. Raise your hand if you think Rusty will win a race during this stream. You know what? I'll raise my hand too. I'll raise my hand too. I think you will. As a reminder, we got Scenair, we have Homestead 1996 edition, and then we got Auto Club. So those are the 3 tracks on schedule for this evening. See if Kyle Petty continues to work on Ernie Irvan and perhaps create a battle for the lead. Let's take a look at the back of the field here. That's the 41 of Steve Grissom. Todd Bodine, then Jeff Bodine, the 2 of the Bodines up there. Andrew, how's it going? Just kind of working my way through the field here. You see Kenny Brack and Davey Allison. There's Jeff Green, Casey Elliott, Terry Labonte. Then there's Chad Little. Just continue to work my way through the field here. And the lowest of the 8 drivers are currently Ricky Rudd, who sits in 20th place. So Rudd's got some work to do here, or else he's going to be in quite the hole after this race if he doesn't finish well. Same can be said for Alan Kowicki, who currently sits in 16th place. Ahead of him are the 51 of John Nemechek, the 15 of Martin, the 4 of Kenny Wallace, and then the 59 of Nissen. Of course, Sapco had a rather disastrous first round, and because of that, they were out after the first round. So a very unlucky set of circumstances there, but they're trying to finish things out with some wins if they can. I'm sure that's something Kyle Petty would most certainly like to do as he continues to chase down Ernie Irvan. It's pretty much been a 2-car battle as Jeff Gordon falls back a bit. Looks like Joe Nemechek and company are starting to reel down the 1 machine of Gordon. Excuse me. Almost a third of the way through here at Sinair Super Speedway. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any more questions or anything like that throughout the stream, or any fun comments or things to chime into. Obviously, the Trucks and Xfinity Series will race tomorrow. And then Sunday, the Cup Series, all coming live from Homestead, Miami, as they continue to determine their championship four. Alternate History's favorite driver, Bubba Nissen. That's right. He pretty much has become Alternate History's favorite driver. Just because he's just been so out of left field and somebody you just wouldn't expect. Bubba Nissen, of course, the 1996 Winston Cup champion. Right behind the 1997 Daytona 500 winner. And ahead of her is the 1998 Winston Cup champ, Shauna Robinson. Such a superstar studded field here in the Winston Cup Series. Robinson perhaps maybe putting Patty Moyes under pressure here. This would be for 9th. Yeah, it's pretty much been a two-car breakaway. It's about over a 2.5 second gap between second and third place, Kyle Petty and Jeff Gordon. Everybody else has pretty much caught the one of Gordon. And again, Kyle Petty has pretty much been running the same. Hasn't fallen off from the 11, hasn't caught up to the 11. He's just been half a second back from him. Tommy Gale, I believe, raced a while longer and then retired, because I remember he was already up there in age, kind of. So I'll have to go back and check on that. Again, things stay pretty steady so far. I think Robinson has more of a case of Alternate History's favorite driver, although Bubba definitely has the bigger improvement over his IRL fate. Oh yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of arguments for different drivers for sure, you know. And that's what's been fun about putting all this together, is that, you know, some drivers who weren't as big as stars become stars in this timeline. It's pretty cool. Excuse me. Look at this bunch of cars right here that starts with third place Jeff Gordon. Oh, excuse me. With a random Busch driver like Bubba Nissen becoming a Cup champion, I wonder what other field fillers get glow-ups. I mean, hey, you never know. I mean, anything's possible. You just never know who could become the next big star in NASCAR, right? You never know. Although in real life, I will say, Connor Zilic, man, he's good. "30 laps complete. Things still remain pretty quiet so far. Looks like Ernie Irvan has actually begun to pull away from Kyle Petty, so now he's out to about a 1 second lead over the 1992 champion. Of course, Ernie he's had a pretty big resurgence, or a big boom in his career lately, and a guy who was in contention for the 1998 champion in Sunday Night Lights. Perhaps could be in contention again in 1999. Maybe Norm Benning gets a win or two. I mean, hey, you never know. Okay, Kyle Petty's now brought it within a second again. Trying to find perhaps a different line that could work. Excuse me. Meanwhile, first and second place, second and third now separated by four seconds here. Definitely look like the class of the field between Petty and Irvin. The rest just have nothing for them right now. Kind of curious where the tail end is here. So there's Grissom. And there's Irvin. So about a straightaway length, maybe a little bit more, between the leader and last place. I don't know if Irvin is going to catch him before he has to pit, though, so we'll have to wait and see. Jeff Gordon's McDonald's scheme. Actually, Jets Racing Designs painted those McDonald's cars. I think he just went with something a little bit different, a little bit original. But, yeah, I think they all came out pretty good. Corvette Racing, how you doing? Again, the two of them just continue to run away from the field. Jeff Gordon trying to put some distance between himself and fourth place Joe Nemechek. Battle for fifth. Rusty Wallace to the inside of Jeff Green. Still side by side. Green trying to hang on. Wallace has the upper hand. Looks like Rusty Wallace will take fifth place from Jeff Green. So yeah, Rusty Wallace working his way up now, and he's definitely not out of it, but he definitely has some work to do. Ooh, Jeff Green trying to return the favor. Actually, no. Some of these guys are going to head down pit road. So we see the 5, the 31, the 11, and 42 cars down pit road. So the 11 and 41 make their way down pit road. The 5 is there too. 11 and 42, excuse me. And Irvin and Petty pull out at the same time and head off pit road. Irvin, unless anything crazy happens, I think Irvin will still have the lead. Of course, now he's got to deal with some of these lapped cars. Got to be careful. Whoa, Kyle Petty. As Dale Earnhardt, Kelly Earnhardt, Bubba Nissen, they make their way down pit road. Yeah, I'm sensing a pit road wreck too. I mean, that's getting a little too wild. I really would not be surprised if we get a wreck there. It does feel like a short... Yeah, this track does feel like Pocono that's been shrunk, you know. I feel Jarrett Farm Motorsports is going to play a big role in SNL's future moving forward. I mean, anything's possible. You know, maybe this is a timeline where even if Dale Jarrett didn't have the success that he did in real life as a driver, maybe he finds that success as an owner, you know. And the team's been pretty impressive, you know. They won the Busch title. They were impressive in Super Sportsman, and Jarrett's continuing to build the Cup program, so you never know. So, you know, they're really continuing to improve as a team, I feel like. Let's see, the 20. Where is the 20? He's currently scored as the leader. Although I don't think he will be for long. Ooh. Irvin's getting held up by the 21 of Bierschwell. If he's not careful, he may lose the lead here to Kyle Petty. Reminder, Kyle Petty not in the round of 8. He was eliminated after the first round, as well as his 2 teammates. So, Irvin, even if he finished second, he would have a good advantage, but it wouldn't lock himself in to the championship 4. So now Irvin leads, Petty is second, followed by Jeff Gordon in third, Joni Nemechek in fourth, then Rusty Wallace in fifth. Not entirely sure what happened to Kelly Earnhardt. She was up there, and she may have had an issue on pit road because Jeff Green is 6th. Then it's, let's see, it looks like Bubba Nissen is not on the lead lap either. So the 14 is currently 32nd. The 59 is 34th. So they definitely had to have had some issues on pit road. And major championship implications for sure. That's going to mix things up. I believe Dale Jarrett does not have any Cup wins in this timeline. So already getting some playoff shakeups here. Irvin trying to deal with this lap traffic, but also hold off the 42. And again, trying to get that berth to the championship 4. 48 laps complete. Just about past halfway. Actually, we're nearing 2/3 of the race being completed. Yep, Dale Jarrett, 10 Busch wins. Yep. Yeah, it's interesting with Joe Gibbs Racing you bring that up because one big storyline going into 1999, they haven't won a race. They haven't won a cup race, excuse me. So yeah, Joe Gibbs Racing, they have not won a cup race. So can they change that in 1999? We'll just have to find out. Oh, Kyle Petty, he's looking. Looking to the inside of Irvin. He may have a shot here. Getting close to 20 to go. Kyle Petty trying to win this race. Ernie Irvin, his win would be bigger. But they're side by side. Back to the start and finish line. It looks like Kyle Petty will take the lead. And we have a new leader in the 42. And now what does Ernie Irvin have to do? Getting close to 20 to go. He's going to have to figure out some way around Kyle Petty, but it almost feels like that Petty may have the faster car coming out of those pit stops. So now can Ernie Irvin get back to the 42, or is the 42 just faster? 21 laps to go. Do a quick drink real quick. Man, it looks like Ricky Rudd actually might be getting close to, or at least might be in danger of being lapped, depending on if Petty and or Irvin can get around some of these lap cars, starting with the 4 of Kenny Wallace. Won the Brickyard 400 back in 1995. Well, Irvin's certainly there. Ton of lap cars they got to work through. And my question is, does Jeff Gordon have enough to potentially catch these guys? He's free. You know, he doesn't have any other lap cars ahead of him. He can work on trying to chase down the 42 and the 11 if they continue to be slowed up. We'll have to see if the intervals start to decrease between the 1 and the 11 cars. Yeah, perhaps not count out Jeff Gordon yet, folks. He may surprise some people. Gordon's down to under 3 seconds from these two. Yeah, Gordon's still gaining. But yeah, Tim Steele's Railvac car, I loved how, yeah, I painted that one. I'm really proud of how that one came out. Because obviously Railvac was a real sponsor to the real life Jared Favre Motorsports. Gordon will go for the lead around him and pull a Hildebrand. Oh, gosh. Oh, Gordon's within 2 seconds now. He's coming. Irvin continues to stay close to Petty. These two cannot get past these lap cars. And if they're not careful, their chances of winning can easily slip away because Jeff Gordon is on the move. Within a second and a half now. Gordon is what? Don't start. I can't even say that he's, quote, coming anymore. I have to say he's on the move or he's charging forward. Just about within a second now, he's gaining. Oh, man. Now, Kyle Petty, though, he's going to have some breathing room. He's trying to get past the 41. That is Steve Grissom. Oh, dude, I remember watching that finish live. You know, and just like my heart sunk because, whew, I was like, oh my God. I was like 14 when that happened. I was like, there is no way. There is no way that is happening. Yes, Jared Favre did exist in real life. So, obviously, the whole thing with Bud Moore and Tim Steele fell apart. And right after that, for a couple of years, Dale Jarrett and Brett Favre owned a team. And Dale's son, Jason Jarrett, drove for them in the Busch Series. So, yes, they were a real team at one point. Well, Jeff Gordon has caught these guys. 3-car battle for the lead. We got 10 laps to go here at the Senair Super Speedway. This could get interesting. Kyle Petty racing for a trophy. The two behind him racing for a spot in the Championship 4. It'll be a good points day, but again, nothing is ever guaranteed. Yeah, I mean, when you look back on that whole scenario in 2011, I mean, yeah, I see what you mean, Andrew. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. I'm seeing Jeff Gordon. Gordon's going to steal second from Irvin. That makes me wonder, does he have the speed to catch Kyle Petty? I don't know. He's running out of time. He's got to go. Gordon clears for second. And now he's going to have to do all he can to catch the 42 of Petty. He's used all the advantages he had. Oh, jeez, I can't speak today. He's been using one advantage after another, with the leaders being held up by lap traffic. Gordon, just about to the 42's bumper, still trying to reel him in. I just don't know if he's going to be able to get to him, folks, but we will wait and see. We have about 7 to go now. Inch after inch, he continues to reel in that mellow yellow Pontiac. Six to go. Does Ernie Irvin still have a bone to pick here? Oh, I don't know. Gordon is there, but can he pounce? Can he make the move when he can? All over the back of that 42. Irvin all over the back of Gordon. It's been an exciting 3-car battle up front. 5 to go. Gordon to the inside. He's peeking to the inside. Can he get to Kyle Petty's quarter panel? I don't know. I thought he did for a moment. How does this look going into turn 3? I thought Gordon had a shot there. He's going to look to the inside again. Again, trying to punch a ticket to the Championship 4. Man, I thought Gordon had a shot there. He lost some momentum there. He's going to have to be fast if he wants to get back up there and contest for this win. Now, if Gordon can just get down to that lower part, build some speed. Looks to the inside again. Kyle Petty let his guard down a little bit. Can he get to that quarter panel? Still not able to. 3 laps to go. Gordon trying everything that he can off turn 1. Again, just keep peeking to the inside. Just not able to get a pass going on the 42. Gordon is running out of time. And I think he's going to lose some ground coming off turn 3. 2 to go. And if Gordon's not careful here, Ernie Irvin's going to get him here. And it looks like just about did. Irvin peeking to the inside of Gordon, and that might do it. Barring an epic collapse from the 42, this is Kyle Petty's race at this point. As Irvin and Gordon battle side by side, Rusty Walsh is catching him. White flag for the 42. Irvin and Gordon still side by side, racing like it is for the championship, despite that they are racing for a spot in the championship 4. So is that number 2 right behind them. While Kyle Petty is not in the playoffs Kyle Petty is not in the playoffs. Obviously a big win for him. Coming off turn 3, checkered flag, and Kyle Petty will win the first race of the round of 8 at Senair. Irvin gets second back. Jeff Gordon's going to be 3rd. Wallace will be 4th. Joe Nemechek 5th. Jeff Green 6th. Robinson 7th. Moroso 8th. Moyes 9th. Marlin 10th. Exciting battle for the win there. I thought Jeff Gordon potentially had a shot there, and unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be. So there's your finishing order there. Alan Kowicki finishing in 11th. Trying to find all the championship guys. Ricky Rudd, 24th. And yes, that is indeed incredible for Kyle Petty. Bubba Nissen, 30th. So, a few guys already who are going to be in a hole, and they're going to have to really be strong in these next couple of races as we head to Homestead 96 and we head to California Speedway. Those will be the other 2 tracks we cover here this evening. All right, this is the what we had to start with, so I'm going to save these results. Jeff Gordon should have won so he can yell, "We're going to Homestead." Yes, exactly. So, here's what I'll do. I have no idea if this is going to play audio or not, because I put it through this via animation. So, while I get this stuff going and Jet works on the points, here is a teaser for Sunday Night Lights, 1999. apologize that there's probably no audio. So I did put some music to it, but we'll work with it. Oh, cool. Okay, my computer had a hiccup there for a moment. That was fun. Make sure my shoes are working. Alright. Audio is working. Huh. Well, that's good. I can't hear it on my end, so. Hopefully I turn the audio down. I'm not entirely sure. Again, it's weird because I can't hear it on my end. I thought I'd be able to hear it. Alright, so yeah, what'd you guys think of that? And sorry that the audio was kind of blaring. That's something I'm still trying to get to work. Let's see. I have to play around with that because you'd think there'd be an option to mess around with the audio, but I don't think there is. But, yeah. And like I said, fun fact, Jet just actually helped run the first race. So, again, races are underway for that. And, yeah, so there's your first little sneak peek of SNL 1999 and all the cool-looking cars that you're going to see. Internet sponsors are arriving. Yeah, I mean, we're at that point. We're at that point with the .com bubble, and that's about when it bursted, so it's amazing how far we've gotten in this timeline now that we've actually have reached that point. So, yeah, I think it's, like I said, we're trying to make every year bigger than the last, so, especially that, the 90s decade's coming to a close, and we getting close to moving on to the 21st century and all that fun stuff, so. Do you, Yahoo? Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of exciting things to look forward to for 1999. So, I'm going to be behind the scenes here. I'm going to get the second race at least started. Make sure. Okay. Is there going to be a... Oh, gosh. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Alright, let's see here. Let me scroll up to this. Perfect. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, let me know. And I'm just getting things set up for the next race. Let's see. All right. So, let's take a look at what the standings look like. Drum roll, please. Why is that there? Okay. All right, so here we go. So right now, your championship 4 would be Ernie Irvan, Jeff Gordon, Rusty Wallace, Jeff Green. And obviously Moroso, 3 points back. Kowicki. I'd say Rudd and Nissen, they're in tough spots. And I would say almost in must-win situations, especially for Bub and Nissen. So they're definitely going to have to hope for a good run at Homestead or California. Nobody has advanced their position, though. Nobody has advanced to the Championship 4. Nobody has passed go to collect $200 or anything like that. So, yeah. I'll let you guys look at that while I get things squared away here for Homestead. Yeah, we're going to Homestead, right? We're going to Homestead. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. I'll give you guys a few more moments to look at the standings after the first race, and we'll get started with race number 2. 67 laps from the 96 version, the original layout of Homestead Miami. Alan Kowicki is going to make an SNL offseason comeback like he did in 92. Time for AK Nation to rise up, baby. Yeah, that's a good question from Jed. What were your all's favorites in the paint preview? The Yahoo car. Yeah. Definitely a company that was, on the rise at this point in time. There we go.
Drivers,
All right.
to your cars.
So let's take a look at our starting lineup here. So on the front row, Shauna Robinson's on the pole. Jeff Gordon starting next to her. Then it's Rusty Wallace and Ernie Irvan. And then it's Sterling Marlin, Patty Moyes, Dale Earnhardt, Ricky Rudd, Alan Kowicki, Bubba Nissen, Mark Martin, and Jeff Green. Followed by our previous winner, Kyle Petty and Rob Moroso. Tammy Jo Kirk and the 33 of Jeff Burton. Kelly Earnhardt, Tim Richmond. Tony Stewart and Joe Nemechek. Davey Allison, Wally Dallenbach. Terry Labonte, Kenny Wallace. Chad Little, Darrell Waltrip. And then you got Bill Elliott in the 9 and Terry Schoonover in the 83. Dale Jarrett decided to show up with the Packers car to Dolphins country, followed by Todd Bodine. Kenny Brack, Steve Grissom, Eddie Bierschwell, Jeff Bodine, Casey Elliott, Jimmy Spencer, Ward Burton, Andy Hillenberg, Rick Mast, Bobby Hamilton, Morgan Shepherd, and Robert Presley. We're about 30 seconds from the command, and we'll get the ball rolling. I don't even know what it really looks like. I just love the old internet so much. I think there's like a sense of nostalgia towards how like the internet used to be, like in the 90s and into the early 2000s compared to where it was at the end of the decade, end of the 2000s and into the 2010s, and now even to today, and how much things have changed with
Drivers,
up.
start your engines!
Like operating systems and stuff like that. And we are rolling. Again, this is Homestead in its original configuration. All right. Every time the command happens, my mind naturally... Here we go. Green flag from Homestead, and the second race of the round of 8 is underway. The command happens, my mind naturally subs it with Kevin James's... Yeah, it's a classic one for sure. And Jeff Gordon gets a good run on the outside line, and he grabs the lead with Irvin hoping to get second, but Robinson's trying to fight back. Well, that outside line is moving pretty well here. Patty Moy's got a little loose coming off turn 4 as Gordon and Irvin picking up where they left off at Senair. Now they're 1 and 2 as we get things going here in this 67-lap race. Now Patty Moy's up to 3rd. Robinson not having the best of starts here. But again, for Gordon and Irvin, one of those two drivers trying to become the first driver to lock themselves in for the Championship 4. But can they get the job done here today? Who do you guys think is going to win this one? Is it going to be Gordon? Is it going to be Irvin? Or Moyes? Or Earnhardt? Or somebody else? And while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and ask you guys a fun question. What are your all's Halloween plans since that is coming up? Since I know we discussed that at the beginning of the stream a little bit. We have a caution. Ooh, I see the 35 and the 77 involved. Bit of a pileup here on the front stretch. After a completely green race at Senair, we got an early one. Looks like Dale Jarrett got into Todd Bodine, collecting Bierschwell, Casey Elliott, Rick Mass, Bobby Hamilton. Looks like Jarrett just kind of drove it in deep into 3 and 4, and oh yeah, he pretty much like drove up against the 35. He was moving him at that point. And Jarrett paid some of the price for it. He gets some damage. Common backers L. I would say Houday, but the Bengals were pretty bad in the 90s. So caution is out here early. Jeff Gordon leads. Looks like we're going to have some early pit stops. Is everybody coming down? Let's take a look here. Robinson staying out. Kowicki. Okay, so about the top 5 will pit. So this is interesting. So Robinson will take the lead with Kowicki second. Wallace third, Rudd fourth. And it looks like just about everybody else is making their way down pit road. I don't see anybody else. Yeah, just those 4 cars are staying out. So this will be interesting. Will it do an NR 2003 moment and they pit after the restart, or will they actually stay out in front? Will be an interesting question. Let's take a look at who gets out of pit road first here. 38 cars on pit road of the 42. So it's Gordon, Irvin, Moyes, Earnhardt, followed by Nissen, Green, Marlin, Moroso, and then Richmond, Martin, Petty. Very interesting strategies going on here early. Yeah, again, what are y'all's Halloween plans? I know Kings Island and here in Cincy is having their Halloween haunt right now and have a bunch of fun Halloween festivities, so me and some friends will be going to that this weekend. I'll definitely hand out some candy to the trick-or-treaters. I guess I'll have to look up then, because somebody mentioned that they're doing trick-or-treating tomorrow, which kind of surprised me, so I'll have to look up and see what's going on there. Let's see here. Okay. Yep, mine's actually on Halloween. Lights still on the pace car. My guess is we'll probably restart on lap 9. For a bit of a pile-up on the front stretch is what brought out this first caution. Excuse me. You mentioned Cartoon Network. I know, even if there weren't, like, as someone who grew up as a kid in the 2000s, I remember there was promotional stuff between NASCAR and Cartoon Network. You know, even if they didn't sponsor anybody, because I remember watching it on TV. I think there was one where Blue from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, like, kidnapped Kyle Busch or something like that. You know, a young Kyle Busch when he was like 19, 20 years old and was a rookie. I have to find that video because I remember there was something involving Blue from Foster's and Kyle Busch. I remember that. Waiting for a Family Guy paint scheme with Peter Griffin's face on the hood. Oh my gosh. That sounds cursed, but I could totally see it. Yeah, like how Corey LaJoy had his face on the car. Oh god. It was cursed, but it was funny. I'll say that. It was cursed, but it was funny. Lights are off on the pace car. We'll get back to racing here. Pace car goes down pit road. That top four did not pit. Everybody else did. So it's going to be interesting to see how things work out here, especially for the likes of Kawicki and Rudd, who need a good point stay here today. Here we go. Green flags back in the air on lap 9 of 67. And already Rusty Wallace wants to make a move on Kawicki. Two drivers were longtime friends, and Rusty Wallace goes up the track. Rudd is into the wall. Ricky Rudd's going to lose a ton of spots. And already I think this top 3 is regretting pitting. We have a wreck. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see what happened here. This is turn 2. Oh, Chad Little got into the 85 of Davey Allison, collecting Joe Nemechek, who was pretty much an innocent victim in the process. Just a simple 3-car pile up there in turn 2 to bring out the second caution already. Cautions breed cautions. And perhaps that'll save Ricky Rudd. Davey, the disappointment strikes again. I don't think that was even his fault. That was more Chad Little getting into the 85. I think the 3 of them are going to be able to keep going here. And here's an onboard of Joe Nemechek. Again, he was kind of an innocent victim here. Oof. You hate to see it. And this was the race back to the line. Kawicki and Robinson side by side at the line. And I think Kawicki will take the lead as they get back to the start-finish line. Well, how about that? Now, I do wonder, though, is he going to pit? Of course, there were 4 cars that did stay out on that last caution. So yeah, Kawicki and Robinson are. And some guys who actually pit on that last caution are pitting again. That's interesting. So Kyle Petty's staying out, Nissan's staying out, Ernie Irvin's staying out. Whoa, what the? Is that the 33 that I saw heavily damaged on pit road? What in the world happened there? This must have been something I missed. To quote Critical, "Oh, this is some of the craziest wrecks I've ever seen. Absolutely insane drama." Stack up. 91 gets into the 33 and goes for an interesting ride. Okay, on top of the 43. Okay. That was coming back to the start and finish line too, so Jeff Burton is done for the day. So yeah, half the field decided to pit. The other half did not. Interesting turn of events here in Homestead. We're only 12 laps in. Ernie Irvan now has the lead. Interesting top 10 we have here. Bubba Nissen second. Kyle Petty is third. Cow and chicken made a milkshake. Oh, God. Tony Stewart is fourth. Kenny Wallace fifth. Jeff Bodine sixth. Bill Elliott is 7th. 8th is Morgan Shepherd. 9th, Casey Elliott. And 10th is Todd Bodine. Jeff Gordon is 11th. So, actually, I think 10 cars only pitted, or 10 cars did not pit. So, wow, what happened to Kowicki? He had a slow stop. He and Robinson definitely fell all the way back. Let me see here. So let's see. Kowicki's getting work done. Oh, yeah, some drivers were just stop and go. Well, then again, that makes sense. The 7 and the 40, they did not pit under that first caution, so I think some of these guys were just topping off for fuel. Interesting. Lights are off the pace car. Hopefully we can get some green flag laps going here. We'll get back to racing on lap number 14. Excuse me. And here we go. We are back underway. Kyle Petty to the inside of Nissen. Can he go 2 for 2 in the round? Definitely playing a huge spoiler. Irvan still out in front. We get through turn 2 A-OK. Ooh, 3 wide just about here. The 345 and the 35. And Kyle Petty had some trouble. He falls back. And now it's Irvan and Nissen. Nissen, who is far back from the cut line. Dead last right now of the 8. If he can take the lead and get the win here, that would shake things up for sure. Somehow Tony Stewart has worked his way to third. Kyle Petty's starting to struggle a little bit. He's under fire from Wallace in the 4. That's Kenny Wallace. 3 wide back here. The 94, the 60, and the 90. Casey Elliott trying to show up here today. Jeff Gordon trying to get through the mess of that. Trying to get through that whole mess. Gordon is going to shove the 60 to try and create some room for himself. Looks like he's going to do that for the time being. Meanwhile, Kenny Wallace is taking fourth away from Kyle Petty. Smooth sailing so far. See if we can get some of these green flag laps in. Never won a caution-filled race. Excuse me. Gordon trying to work his way past the 60 of Jeff Bodine, and as I say all that, as we have a battle for the lead back to the start and finish line, Bubba Nissen takes the lead as the caution comes out, and we're going to have to see what in the world happened this time. Oh boy. Ooh, the 81 of Robert Presley. Caution out for the third time here this evening. Yeah, just gets turned by the 41 of Steve Grissom. And, well, when you see something like that, it's not going to end well. And, wow, nobody hits him. Wow, that could have definitely been a lot worse. Nobody hits the 81 as he slides back up on the track. Thank goodness. That could have been chaos right there. So again, just too much aggression from the 41 of Grissom. And that is the result. He spins Robert Presley out. Actually, okay, I heard a scrape. I do wonder if the 97 of Chad Little may have scraped him. Let's take a look. Let's go in slow motion here. Take some time for the caution, right? And yeah, he does clip the 80. The 81 does clip the 97. Well, there you have it. Presley was in 27, just right behind the 2 of Rusty Wallace. 41 just had a head of steam and a little too much momentum, way more momentum than the 81, and there he goes, around he goes. I'm sure Robert Presley is not going to be pleased with Steve Grissom after that one. And again, this was the battle coming back to the start-finish line to go under caution here as Nissen, almost in a must-win at this point, grabs the lead. And look at that. As expected, he pits. There's a lot of pitting going on. I only put it on 2X. This is very strange. Let's see. Irvin, Nissen, Petty, Kelly Earnhardt, Tony Stewart, Kenny Wallace, Darrell Waltrip, Bill Elliott, Todd Bodine, Jeff Bodine, Shepard, Casey Elliott, Dude Pitt. What in God's green earth is happening here? Yeah, it appears the AI is acting funky all of a sudden. That's always fun. The 23 and the 25 are... I think... Okay, so the 23 is trying to... Oh my goodness. So I think the 23 was trying to go down pit road. Or get off pit road. The 25 was trying to go into pit road. So Ward Burton's done for the day. Robert Presley is sitting at the exit of pit road. A lot of shenanigans taking place here. Ricky Rudd, well, this is definitely not going to help his playoff chances. Jeff Gordon now has the lead. Moyes is second. Jeff Green third. Followed by Dale Earnhardt, Tim Richmond, Mark Martin, Rob Moroso, Sterling Marlin, Shauna Robinson, Wally Dallenbach. Quite the chaotic race. To quote the band Limp Bizkit, it's just one of those days. And it's all about the he said, she said, you know what. Hold on. We're going into 99. I need to find out when that song came out. Break Stuff. That was the song. Came out in 2000, so... Okay. So we're a year away from that. American rap rock band. It's new metal. Anyway. Okay, so that song comes out in 2000. Fun fact. We're getting ready to go back racing, and fingers crossed we actually go green for a while. Hey boy. Pace car up down pit road. And here we go. Green flag back in the air. Let's see, can they get through turn one clean? Do a little bit of a spectator view. Down the backstretch and into turn 3. Everyone trying to hopefully settle into position here. Back to the start-finish line. Jeff Gordon still leads. Jeff Gordon, one of those 8 drivers trying to... One of those 8 drivers trying to make it into the Championship 4. Though he's under fire from Patty Moyes in the 45, she's definitely not backing down without a fight. So definitely a 2-car battle here. Jeff Green in 3rd. So Nissen is now, I want to say, 5th. He is 5th. And I hope I did not see those caution lights on. Yes, they are. Good Lord. I didn't think 98 would be that bad. It's just one of those days. Let's see how this all begins. Oh man, the 60 and the 4 just get into each other, and the 4 is on his roof. Joe Nemechek is done for the day. Oh, well, the less cars, and you know. Oh, whoa. Well, okay, this all started... He got into the back of the 7 of Alan Kowicki. They just bunched up here. Oh, Kowicki with some rear-end damage. It could have been worse, though, but that stack up, of course, they pay the price for it, and there you go. The 60 innocent victim here. 77 nowhere to go. The 21, the 5... All those guys nowhere to go. 60 with heavy damage. The 77 with heavy damage. The 5 is done. Still got Fred Durst on the... Boink. Over 1.5 and on this roof. Man, a bigger mess than the Florida State football team right now. Good Lord. So we see the 77 on pit road. Got some guys on and off pit road here. The 22 and the 15. Oh, this must be one of those instances where, yeah, they're telling them to stop, they're telling them to go. Okay, some tracks do that. It almost was a disaster, but looks like the 60 will continue without the hood. Don't drive into each other, please. Good job. Good job, AI. Good job. Oh my god, they killed Kenny. Man, how come I didn't think about that? Oh my god, they killed Kenny. If this keeps going, I may sim through cautions. I'm not going to lie. I don't want the stream taking all night. It is a Friday night after all. I appreciate you guys taking the time to enjoy the races here this evening. I might be at that point where I may consider simming or accelerating through cautions if things get a little out of control here. Don't want to do that, but again, I don't want the stream to turn into like 3.5 hours or anything like that. So let's see. Gordon's your leader. Moises second. Nissan's third. Irvin fourth. Robinson fifth. Kowicki sixth. Stewart seventh. Elliott eighth. Kyle Petty ninth. Kelly Earnhardt 10th. Followed by Casey Elliott, Morgan Shepherd, Darrell Waltrip, Jimmy Spencer, Todd Bodine, Kenny Brack, Dale Jarrett, Robert Presley, Kenny Wallace, and Sterling Marlin. Everybody will line up. We'll go racing next time by. Alright. Everybody's all lined up here, and we'll try this again. Definitely been an eventful one here so far. Pace car goes down pit road. And let's try it again. And green flag once more. Pace car, you might as well not put it in park yet. We'll see what happens. Can we get through a couple laps or more, perhaps? That would be nice. So it's Gordon, Moyes, and Nissen currently your top three as they're trying to break away from these lap cars. Nissen hasn't done so yet, but Gordon and Moyes do. Getting close to the halfway point, actually. Oh my god, there's another caution. Okay. Okay, game. Let's see how it is. Alright, what happened this time? Let's see. Braden, how you doing? Fella. Almost made me think of Seamus. Where did this wreck originate from? Good lord, he had the pace car just parked. Okay, this is similar to Presley's wreck. Rusty Wallace is getting frustrated with things. Yep, he just dumps the 36. Around he goes. Does he hit anybody? Doesn't look like it. Alrighty. I normally don't do this, but... Alright, well, we see Jeff Gordon and Patty Moyes on pit road. I'm cheating a little bit. Speed a few things up. Okay. So, some guys do pit, now they're sent to the back, but at this rate, who knows what's going to happen. So now Bubba Nissen finds himself back out in front with Tony Stewart second, Ernie Irvin third, Kelly Earnhardt fourth. Fifth place is Bill Elliott. How about Morgan Shepherd sitting there in sixth? Yeah, I decided to fast forward on things. Like I said, this is more the fact that I don't want the stream to go 3 hours or anything like that, so... Just trying to spare you guys a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see if Nissen can potentially find a way to get back into the mix here and win and get himself into the Championship 4. And here we go. Green flag. If I have to accelerate through the cautions, I will. Just trying to speed up the process. Got one more race to do. And we're approaching in on 2 hours, so, you know, want to get the ball moving. Alright, where's the wreck? Where's the wreck? Where's the wreck? Where's it going to happen? Ooh, Gordon needs to get out of there. Some cars going down pit road there. That's interesting. Ah, I heard a spin. No, Alan. Oh, 2 wrecks. We were doing so good. I'll make it up for Auto Club, I promise. Look like Moroso just tagged the 15 here. Oh, Rob, you took your teammate out. What are you doing? And you're both in the playoffs. Major playoff implications. What are y'all doing? Richard Childress cannot be happy about that. And Alan Kowicki's just having a rough day as well. Looked like he was... Oh my god! The 60 just like went down to the 7 like he was a missile. And I don't know if his steering didn't work for a moment, but he hits the inside wall. His day is probably done. What happened here? Because the 60 just shot down there. He had to have been... Yeah, Shauna got into him. That's what happened there. Good lord. Nissan still has the lead, but he's probably going to pit. I'm assuming most of these guys are. I can get a spectator view at least who's pitting, and then I'll fast forward some. See, nothing but lap cars staying out, I think. So looks like everybody's making their way downtown. Okay, interesting. Tony Stewart now leads. This could definitely be a major upset. Impressively enough, only 3 cars are out of the race. Again, my apologies, but we'll get through this race and get on to the third race as quick as we can. The drivers yearn for banking. Yeah, guys, this is probably why Homestead is the way it is now. This is probably why. Because I'm pretty sure the Cup Series will be... the Cup Series race on Sunday will be pretty exciting. I think it's going to be a great race. Homestead always puts on banger after banger after banger. So I'm not too concerned about that. So it should be an exciting one. Who do you guys think are going to win the Truck, Xfinity, and Cup races this weekend? Feel free to comment who you think is going to win those races. Meanwhile, Ernie Irvin has taken the lead. He's gone. I'm sure the caution will be out before we know it. Let's see. So how about Morgan Shepherd driving for Junie Dunleavy? Very interesting stuff here. He's actually going to take second here from Tony Stewart. Kelly Earnhardt working on her teammate. 3 wide back there between Kyle Petty, Chad Little, and Bill Elliott. Oh my god, we went through more than a lap. How about that? Hope I don't jinx it. Corey Heim, Sheldon Creed, and Larson. I'm going to say Heim. I'm going to say Chandler Smith. And I'm going to say Christopher Bell. I just realized that's a Toyota trio. Toyota trifecta there. Well, to answer your question there, Daniel, I think the answer is yes. It has become a wreckfest. It's a demo derby. Let's see what the caution was. See, the 7 was just coming off pit road, so was the 4. Alright. Looks like Kenny Brack went for a ride here. They just get really bunched up here. It looks like Richmond... There's a chain reaction of events there. The 41 of Grissom. We got more calamity up ahead. Patty Moy's involved in this mess. Yikes. I may need the I don't think the spectator view is going to do much. TV2 is probably going to help here. Let's go to the 45. Problem is they get bunched up like this, and this is kind of what happens. Well, the 22 and the 35 did not want to hold up at all. Brack got bricked. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, boy. Quite a few drivers getting bricked here, for sure. So, Rusty Wallace with some damage. Guys like Irvin, though, remaining untouchable. Da, 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 da. Due to time constraints, we will move forward with our activities. So we have about 20 to go. Still Irvin leading. He and Bubba Nissen, at this point right now, are expected to probably have the best points days. I don't know about everybody else. I'm still amazed that only 3 cars are out of the race. I thought there would be like 10. I'm actually quite impressed. And here we go. Take 20, whatever it may be. Green flag. Oh, somebody hit the wall. Good lord. At least I thought somebody did. I heard the sound effect. At least I thought I did. Well, I guess I'll keep an eye on things back here, because something is bound to happen again. Now, the drivers are definitely yearning for banking. None of the championship races have become wreckfest. I know the 95 championship race had a little bit of drama with that David Green incident, but that's about it. Oh, good lord. Rusty Wallace just annihilated the 7 and the 32. Well, there you go. Yeah, Wallace just drove it into the 32, and Chad Little sends the 7 into the wall, and the 2 has wrecked. I'm surprised that hasn't taken him out of the race. Actually, no. Guys, the unthinkable has happened. Rusty Wallace will be DNFing this race. We thought he was invincible. Rusty choke. There is hope for the rest of the field. There is hope. Oh, goodness, this has been a race. Again, fast forwarding. Yeah, overtimes weren't a thing. Although, again, I know there is... I'm trying to remember what it was called. Because there is something now where you can set it up for, like, stage racing and stuff like that. What was it called? Auto stages or something like that? Yeah, auto stages. So, that's something that I'd like to play with at some point. At least test out. And just see how it works and everything else, so... At some point, I'll definitely test that out. Perhaps use it in a future Racing Infinity video. Make things a little more realistic, right? Better cautions. Yeah, there's that. That might come in handy. Because it sucks, because sometimes with certain tracks, if you make the strength, like, a little too high, then things just get out of hand and the cars keep wrecking and everything else. So obviously what went wrong here is I made the AI strength too big. I think it was at 98%. I thought it would be okay at 98, but I guess not. So, I should have probably have done like 93, 94. So, again, my apologies. Lesson learned. So, again, we'll get on to the second race as soon as possible here, and we'll go from there. We'll get on to the last race. Good Lord. Anyway. Ernie Irvan's still leading after all this, and hopefully maybe this will result in a driver at least punching their ticket to the Championship 4 in what's going to be an exciting championship race at Atlanta. And here we go. Ernie Irvan continues to pull away. I'd say at this point, he's for sure had the best car. There's probably a bunch of cars who need to take it behind the wall. And, perhaps in the future there will be a damaged vehicle policy or something. I don't know. Well, as I say that, oh, this is getting bad. So this time, Shauna taking out Rudd and Grissom getting taken out at the same exact time, and then Allison and Todd Bodine crash. Good Lord. Yeah, again, at this point, I'm just accelerating through. Just a little bit easier that way. That should put us at 10 to go. Hey, everything's going to be single file. Maybe that may help. Like, actually fully single file, but we'll see. Alright, we'll be heading back to the restart. It'll be 10 laps to go. Hang in there, folks. Poor Ned Jarrett and Brett Favre face-palmed over Jarrett's destroyed car. Well, definitely a rough one. Definitely they would hate to see it. Perhaps they shouldn't have brought the Packers car to Dolphin Country. Perhaps Dan Marino's laughing right now, so. Despite the insanity that is all these wrecks, in the end, we're all just here to have fun. That's the biggest thing. I want you guys to have fun, enjoy yourselves, and eliminate any pressures that you guys got going on, and just have fun and enjoy yourself. That's all that matters to these. So yeah, I hope you guys are having fun. I know this second race has been very wacky, but again, I hope you guys are having a good time. We got one more race. I may make it a little bit shorter, make 20%, just because of how crazy this race has been, and again, I don't want to keep you guys here all night, so, Not to mention, I do have a bit of an earlier work shift tomorrow, so there's that. What can you do, right? It's just part of life, but, there you have it. Impressive run, though, from Tony Stewart. Still running in second. He's been running up here. I want to know what the longest green flag run has been in this race. I think it's been like, geez. Probably like 3 laps? Maybe? If that even? We're still green. We're still green. Rusty's going to be in a bit of a hole here after this race. So as I say that, watch him go win at Auto Club, because that's how this works. Ernie Irvan, again, trying to punch that ticket to the Championship 4. He's got to hold off the likes of Stewart and Kyle Petty. Bubba Nissen is 4th. And with all the shenanigans lately, he might be in a decent spot. After this race, we'll have to wait and see. Contact. Smith turning around. Stewart is going to win this race with a terrible crash coming to the finish. Oh my gosh. It's like that Let's Go Gambling meme, but it's like, let's go racing. Caution. Ah, dang it. Let's go racing. Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it. I love those flip note videos. They're just so funny. Exactly. Ah, dang it. Can we get a green flag finish? That would be great at this point. Braxty flip. Oh yeah, he is goated. Speaking of Auto Club Speedway. Yeah, hopefully we'll hear some more news about that soon. So, you know, I think there's a lot of fans out there, especially in the SoCal area, and hopefully we can get back out to that market soon. It's a good market to have for the sport, and whether it's that or a potential street race in San Diego, that would be cool as well. So, yeah, I think for sure NASCAR is doing everything they can to get a SoCal race going long term if they can, and hopefully again they can get the short track going before long, and we'll have that. Plus, it's a short track out west. It's something a little bit different, too. Ernie Irvan out to a 1.7 second lead over the 8 of Tony Stewart. He's got Kenny Brack in front of him. Yeah, like I said, so what I'll do is after this race, sorry if the audio is a little loud, but I will show you guys the, I'll show you guys the video again. For those of you that didn't see the teaser for SNL 99, I'll show that again. And while I get the stuff sent over to Jet, he can do the points, and then we'll move on to Auto Club as Ernie Irvan works around the lap car of Kenny Brack. I think this is the longest green flag run we've had all race. Funny enough, we finally got one. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Three laps to go from the original configuration of Homestead Miami Speedway. Yeah, and Ernie Irvan's just cruising away at this point. He is, unless anything crazy happens here, I think he will be making his way to Atlanta. And he will be one of the 4 drivers contending for the off-season playoffs championship. 2 to go. Pretty much a 2.5 second lead at this point. Now Irvan's working his way past Shauna Robinson. It's been a rather rough day for her. And white flag is out. We have made it. Final lap here at Homestead. And it's all Ernie Irvan. still with a 2.5-second lead. Working his way past the 40, or at least trying to. The 3's back there. He just came out pit road, it looks like. You will not have to worry about him. Well, the caution is out, but it doesn't matter. We are heading to the checkered flag anyway. Get this over with. Checkered flag. Ernie Irvin punches his ticket to the championship 4. We made it. One more race to go. Again, Ernie Irvin getting the job done here today. Kyle Petty is second. Tony Stewart third. Sterling Marlin fourth. Nissen is fifth. Moroso sixth. Bill Elliott, Casey Elliott 7th and 8th. 9th is Jeff Green. Jeff Gordon is 10th. And there's the rest of your finishing order. Tough day for some of our playoff drivers for sure, including Alan Kowicki and Rusty Wallace, who have a day that they didn't want. But it's not all doom and gloom for Kowicki, because his driver does pick up the win. As Ernie Irvin will be heading to Atlanta, contending for a championship. All right, I'll go ahead and show you guys once again the teaser for SNL 99, and I'll get things cooking here. There we go. All right. So, again, hope you all like those paint schemes, and I'll let you guys know what the schedule, or not the schedule, good lord, what the standings look like as we head into the last race of the evening. we are heading to California Speedway. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Hold on. There we go. That should work. I'll go ahead and get qualifying going for California, and then I'll show you guys the standings, and then we will move on to that last race. Interesting. Hopefully this one won't be as crazy. Alright. I have the texts. Give me a second here. All right. All right. So, once again, drum roll, please. And there you go. So, Ernie Irvan has advanced. And it's Jeff Gordon, Rob Moroso, Jeff Green. So, everyone else nearly must wins. For Nissen, for Wallace, for Kawicki, and Rudd. Good chance Rusty Wallace wins, right? This is where Rusty wins. I'm kidding. But, Ernie Irvan won at Homestead. So, he advances. He's the only driver to advance so far. And I would say if Nissen, Wallace, Kawicki, or Rudd do not win, I think we're looking at your championship 4. But we'll wait and see. Anything's bound to happen. We're going to have a 50-lap shootout at California to determine what happens next. All right. Let's move on now to the final race. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. So Dale Earnhardt on the pole.
Drivers, to your cars.
With Shauna Robinson next to him. Then it's Rob Moroso, Kyle Petty, Bubba Nissen, Rusty Wallace, Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, Ernie Irvan, Alan Kawicki, Dale Jarrett, Patty Moyes, Sterling Marlin, Darrell Waltrip, Joe Nemechek, Tim Richmond, Ricky Rudd, Jeff Green, Bill Elliott, Tammy Jo Kirk, Bobby Hamilton, Tony Stewart, Kelly Earnhardt, Wally Dallenbach, Terry Schoonover, and Kenny Wallace, Kenny Brack, Casey Elliott, Davey Allison, Morgan Shepherd, Terry Labonte, Jeff Burton, Steve Grissom, Eddie Bierschwell, Rick Mass, Chad Little, Jimmy Spencer, Andy Hillenberg, Todd Bodine, Robert Presley, and Ward Burton. And that's our starting lineup for today's race here in Fontana. Yeah, it takes us 20 seconds from the command. Again, 50 lap shootout. Who's going to make the championship 4?
Drivers, start your engines!
You know, I'd be tempted to be funny and use Gen Alpha terms to do a command, but I'm not going to stoop that low. I'm just not going to do it. It's not worth it. Alright, here we are. 50 laps. In 50 laps time, we're going to find out who joins Ernie Irvan next race in Atlanta for the off-season playoffs championship race. Right now, Jeff Gordon, Rob Moroso, and Jeff Green hold those 3 spots. But Nissen, Wallace, Kawicki, and Rudd trying to win to get their way in. And here we go. So Kelly Earnhardt's card, that's one of the alternates that Jet made. That's like a throwback she's driving. It's a tribute to Ralph Earnhardt. As here we go. Dale Earnhardt, Shauna Robinson, Rob Moroso, Kyle Petty lead them to the green flag, and we're underway in Fontana. But yeah, and the other thing was, I think it was late 98 was when Bank of America changed their logo. So that's the other thing, too. That's why the paint schemes changed and all that. What the heck is a Sigma? Fans in 1998? Oh, God. Of course, Rob Moroso, one of those playoff drivers trying to make his way in. Of course, a win would help him very much so. It's a pretty good gap between he and fifth place Bubba Nissen. Fifth place Bubba Nissen. He is the 3rd driver in the standings currently. And he looks to the inside of Earnhardt, making it 3 wide for the lead as he head into turn 1. And Rob Moroso leads the way. And you see Bubba Nissen back there. He's got to make his way up there if he wants a shot at this. Ernie Irvan II. Is this a sneak peek at what's to come in the championship race? Moroso, Irvan, 1-2. Irvan on the move. He is charging. And we got a competitive race here early. As Irvan goes to the inside of the 20. And Irvan looking to clear for the lead. Bubba Nissen up to 3rd. And I said before, Nissen most likely has to win. Irvan leads now. Nissen getting a push from Robinson. Some Pontiac excitement being made as they make their way forward. They're bringing the excitement in this race for sure. Nissen trying to make a move past Moroso, but he's going to push the driver he contended the championship with back in 1996. And look at this. 3 wide, and Bubba Nissen takes the lead, and now he's got a hold of that final spot. But we still have plenty of racing left to go. 3 wide into turns 3 and 4 for 2nd. Irvan's starting to drop back a little bit. As Nissen now leads the way. Moroso 2nd, Robinson 3rd. Don't look now, but Alan Kowicki and Ricky Rudd are also in the mix here. They also need to win. After a rough going at Homestead, they have a shot to make some noise and punch their ticket to the Championship 4. Currently, though, that is being held by Nissen. Moroso is all over the back of him, though. Again, Nissen looking pretty strong. Only 7 laps into this one. See how exciting this can get when we don't have a bunch of cautions? Pretty much a group of 4 right now contending for the lead. 2 drivers of which are trying to advance. One has already done that. We got 2 more back here in Kowicki and Rudd that are trying to get their way up there so that they can contend for this win and have a shot at making the Championship 4 still. Nissen has brought a fast car. Hey, Starlight. Oh, it's all good. Scenario was pretty fun. Had an exciting finish. You were watching hockey. What game were you watching, out of curiosity? Alright, fair enough. I will not spoil anything. A car won. Yes, a car did win. I know I kind of already said one thing about a driver advancing, but like I said, here's Nissen still leading 1/5 of the way through. But Rob Moroso all over the back of that 59 Pontiac. Rob Moroso came oh so close to the 1996 championship. And he would like to get some payback for sure. The Oilers. Nice. I am a Blues fan. You like the Utah Hockey Club. All right. I hope they do have a name by next season. Yeah, I do like the Blues. That's my favorite team. Jet. A motorcycle? I thought a boat was going to win. Alright, well, Alan Kowicki, he's working his way up. Moroso now leading the way. He took the lead from the 59. But here comes Bubba Nissen. Nissen back to the inside of Moroso. That is a really bad lag. I'm sorry, guys. Can Nissen get a little bit of help from Patty Moyes, perhaps? Nah, Patty's going to make it 3 wide. And Patty Moyes to the lead in the 59 and the 20. Nearly make contact, it looks like. Lots of exciting action, and we're just 12 laps in. Nissen, Moyes, side by side. Moyes with the lead, who got eliminated after the first round. And here comes Ernie Irvin to the inside. 3 wide again, and Irvin's going to zoom past them. Rob Moroso looking to follow suit, and the 2 other Sapco Pontiacs are there as well. Lots of exciting action here so far. It's this group of about 7 or 8 cars making things very interesting. And Robinson and Petty worked their way past Nissen. Not good for him. This is California Speedway, a.k.a. Auto Club, Fontana. I'm using the default version of this track. And Irvin trying to pull away from some of these other drivers here as Shauna Robinson is in second. Kyle Petty third. Fourth is Moyes. Kawicki and Moroso are up there now. Of course, Kawicki most likely in a must-win situation. Yeah, like I said earlier, hopefully that short track gets built soon, and we'll have some short track racing over in SoCal. And again, it'd be great to get that SoCal race going again, and for the NASCAR Cup Series for sure. One of my reasons for liking Utah is actually surprisingly personal. Oh, really? No, I'm sure you have your reasons why. Shauna trying to catch up to Ernie Irvin. Moroso is fourth. Sixth is Nissen. Followed by Rudd. And where did Rusty Wallace come from? Hello. Rusty Wallace quietly sneaking into the picture. Now, 5th through 8th is in the top 10. This could get interesting. Things definitely got interesting. I can say that for sure. They currently have a second-generation player, so a first-round draft pick. Oh, nice. Well, I hope the Blues have a good season this year. I think if I remember correctly, the team that's closest to me is actually the Columbus Blue Jackets. I think they have a game scheduled to play at Ohio State's stadium as like a stadium series game later this year. I'll have to check. Not gonna lie, it'd be cool to at least check that out. Oh, wow. Oh, that's awesome, Starlight. Well, I tell you what, I think Ernie Irvan might be the favorite for these for the off-season playoffs championship at this point. We're getting close to halfway already. And Shauna Robinson tries to reel in Ernie Irvan, Kyle Petty, Patty Moyes. The Sapco Pontiacs look strong, but look at this. Nissen, Wallace, Kowicki, Rudd. The 4 drivers that need to find a way to win this race. All together right there. Moroso trying to hold on and make the championship 4. The Sapco Pontiacs definitely came to play today. Meanwhile, Robinson all over the back of Irvan still. And it looks like they're going to make their way down pit road. And here we go. It begins. We got some green flag pit stops right before the halfway point. So that might be a little concerning when we get towards the end of the race. And there goes Irvan. So Irvan, Robinson, Moyes, Nissen, Martin, Nemechek, Elliott. Robinson's struggling to get off pit road here and get up to speed. We'll see what things look like after they cycle it back around here. There's that other group of cars that did pit that were up front. Irvan will easily get past all of those guys, so he should have the lead here as he gets past the 42 of Kyle Petty. Moyes and Nissen will probably get around him. Yeah, like I said, from when he started racing to 1996, he only had 2 wins. And since then, joining AK Racing, things have really been looking up for him. So, you know, he's looked good. You know, he's gonna hit 40 next season, and I think he's still got some good seasons ahead of him for sure. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up winning a title. So, and you know, I think Alan Kowicki's gonna take the team in a good direction moving forward. So definitely something to look out for 1999. Robinson and Petty battle for position. A Ford and 4 Pontiacs behind that Ford. Missed opportunity for AK Racing not being sponsored by 7-Eleven. I guess you never know, right? I can't help but like do NASCAR Thunder 2004 commentary, like when they do the starting lineup. You know, you got the MBNA Ford and the Cherry Coke Pontiac. You know, something like that. I should do that for yeah. All right, so here's what we got: Irvin, Moyes, Nissen, Petty, Robinson, and then, well, the rest of these folks. Earnhardt is lapped. Kawicki and these folks, they're 5 seconds back of those guys, so they got some catching up to do. Battle for the lead. Moyes was peeking to the inside of the 11. No success. She's going to try again, though. Moyes to the inside. How's Louisville doing? Are they embarrassing themselves? Anyway, to the inside is the 45. Patty Moyes to the lead. Bubba Nissen is there. He needs to win to get in. Can he make it happen? Closing in on 20 laps to go. Do we have all three before? Yes. So Tony Roper's in trucks, Kenny Irwin's in trucks, and Adam Petty did some races in 98 too. 3 wide for second. Here comes Kyle Petty. Again, Irvin doesn't have much to lose. He's already into the next round. But again, I think a lot of eyes are on that 59 car. That's the one that can really create some chaos here if he can win this race. He's got some work to do. It's pretty much this group of 5 cars contending for the win now as Kyle Petty looks to the inside of Moyes. Oh God, Louisville's down by 10. We are not playing well lately. If not for the abysmal first round. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, just imagine if any of the Sapco Fords actually, like, were still in the playoffs, you know? They just, for whatever reason, had a bad first round, and because of that, they're not there, so now Kyle Petty leads. He's working his way past these lapped cars here, the 91 and the 22. Yeah, Petty has pulled away, but again, looks like everyone but Shauna's trying to, or everyone but Shauna has gotten around the lapped cars here. Shauna's stuck where she is right now. Boy, what happened to Jeff Gordon? He's 38th. I don't know what happened to Jeff Gordon, but that's not good. He might be in danger of missing the championship 4. We'll have to wait and see. Got some drama going here late. It is still Kyle Petty out in front. Yeah, like you guys have been saying, it's the Sapco show. Moy's trying to catch back up. Kyle Petty has over a 1 second lead. Jeff is suffering the green car curse. Question is, can these guys catch Kyle Petty or not? That is the big question. This pack of 4 cars back here between Moyes, Irvin, Robinson, and Nissen. Let's see, we have about 13, 14 laps to go. Nissen looking to the inside of Irvin. Like I said, depending on where he finishes here, if he's up in the top 5, I don't know if it will be enough. Moroso is 6th. Jeff Gordon is back in 38th. And Jeff Green is 11th. $11 laps remain here in Fontana. It is still the Kyle Petty show out in front. The next question is, everyone pitted just about at the halfway point. So my question is, can they make it to the finish? And if not, well, who knows what happens at that point. I don't know if they're going to catch Jeff Gordon here, but again, this is not good for him. Excuse me. In before NR 2003 moment with everyone pitting in the last laps. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. In all honesty, it wouldn't. But we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. All right, now it looks like the Kyle Petty show, and not gonna lie, if I'm Nissen, I would at least try and get to second if you can. So I don't know. Gonna be close. We'll have to wait and see, especially with Jeff Gordon being in 38th. Will it matter? Will it won't? We'll have to wait and see. We're going to come to 6 laps to go this time by for Kyle Petty, who has been strong this round for sure. As a matter of fact, the Sapco cars really showed up. I mean, despite the craziness that was that Homestead race. Five laps to go for Kyle Petty. Robinson second. Irvin third. Moise and Nissen battle for fourth. Earnhardt is on pit road. And I just looked over at my TV and Louisville just scored. Let's go. They're back in it. Good rush by Isaac Brown. Anyway. And look at this battle. Every point, every position matters. Moise, Nissen. Moise doing everything she can. Ernie Irvin's pitting. This was the fear that I talked about. We are pitting late in this race. This is probably the consequence of moving this race down to 20%. But what can you do? Oh, man. Bubba Nissen's going to have to hold his breath. We might get a winner that we weren't expecting today, I can tell you that. Seems like the 42 and the 40 are now making their way down. So is the 45 and the 59. Moroso now leads. Oh boy, what is going to happen? We have 3 laps to go. I don't think Petty's winning this race. But I'm guessing everyone's going to have to pit here. Rob Moroso currently leads. One of the drivers hoping to advance. He is still out on the track. 2 laps to go for the 20. Is he going to pull a Joey Logano at Nashville? Can Moroso hang on? And is this going to be the way that he gets himself into the into the championship 4? And if he pits, then what happens? We have 2 to go. We're coming to the white flag. Moroso's staying out. Moroso's actually going to steal this. White flags in the air. Let's go gambling. Perhaps Rob Moroso saved at the pump. Second place is currently the 14 of Kelly Earnhardt. Ricky Rudd third, Kawicki fourth. Off turn 4. He is going to steal it, and he is heading to Atlanta. Rob Moroso wins at Auto Club. He saved at the pump. To quote Alan Bestwick, can you believe what you just saw? Wow, some drama here late in the race. I don't think Nissan is advancing at this point, but now we have to look at Rudd and Kawicki. This is what the playoffs are made for, that's right. I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning. Wow. Drama. Drama here late. How about that? So that's the standings going into Auto Club, and again, I will send the stuff over to Jet, and we'll go from there. Let's see. Yeah, Moroso, yeah, he definitely got lucky, I would say. Absolute craziness. Okay. So Irvin and Moroso will be racing for the title. So yeah, if this is what you asked for, heavy is the crown. Loving the new Linkin Park songs. Yeah, that was the third race. So once I get the standings to you guys, that'll be in a couple minutes. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to ask. Oh, nice stop. Anyway, okay, so in my conversation with Jet, I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's just say things got pretty dramatic. This is spicy. This is spicy. Oh boy, this is spicy. Let's see, I'm going to rewind to beginning so I don't get spoilers. Alright, Starlight, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, hang tight here because this is getting fun. Spicy indeed, like those Wendy's spicy nugs. Have you guys tried those? I thought they were pretty good. So you have a feeling Rusty and Nissen got in? All right, we'll wait and see. Oh, get that. Oh, nice catch. Sorry, my Louisville Cardinals are trying to make a comeback against Boston College right now. I like to have something on in the background while I'm doing stuff, because that's just how weird I am. Yeah, I don't think Nissen got in, but we'll see. It was mainly because of the pitting, but we'll see. Oh my God, are you kidding me, Jet? Oh boy, I can't wait to tell you all this. This is quite something. Come on, get in there. Inside the 10. Man, they're going down the field. Let's go. Anyway. Let's see. So just hang tight. It's almost ready. I guess meanwhile, keep an eye on Louisville's actually in the red zone already, so they're looking to score here. Apparently they were... Oh, nice! Apparently they were down 20-0 at half, and they just took the lead with like 7 or 8 minutes to go in the game. Let's go, Cards. Okay. Y'all ready for this? I shouldn't start doing the song. I may get copyright hidden. I might get a copyright strike. We don't want that. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. So, here is how things are going down. Irvin and Moroso advance with wins. Jeff, look at this. Jeff Gordon gets that last spot by 2 points. It came down to 1 spot. And I think those pit stops saved him. It saved him. You hate to see it if you're Rusty. And look at this. Alan Kowicki was only 2 points behind Rusty. So if Kowicki had gained probably just a couple more spots, he's in. The final spot had 3 drivers within 4. 4th through 7th, 8 points apart. Look at that. Craziness. Absolute craziness. And once again, this right here is what the playoffs are made for. Even with the wacky format that we have going on here, this is it right here. Yeah, Gordon got lucky, so we'll see how he does at Atlanta. So it's going to come down to Irvin, Moroso, Green, and Gordon. How about Jeff Green quietly sneaking his way in, huh? How about that? I tell you what, I think the 2 favorites have got to be Irvin and Moroso, but you never know. I mean, you saw what happened at California there, so anything can happen. So, yeah, absolute insanity. So, the championship race should be a ton of fun, and I think it's going to be a blast. So, everybody remembers how Gordon could have been if he went to Hendrick. Gordon's still been good. He just hasn't won as much as in real life, but we'll see if he can ramp things up in 99 for sure. Rusty is out. Now you all can have fun watching the finale. Well, there you go. There you go. World Series. I'm not watching Game 1 of the World Series just because it's the Dodgers and the Yankees. But I guess the Yankees are up 2-1. But anyway. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes. I admit I have an early shift in the morning, so I do need to hop off here in a minute. But Where did Jeff Gordon finish? Let me see. I think I still have... So yeah, Gordon finished 38th. He was the last car a lap down. So at that point, he actually couldn't finish. He couldn't finish any worse. But had he had lost one more spot, or had Wallace caught Kawicki, or if Kawicki caught Richmond, the outcome probably is a little different. That's how close it was. So, yeah. Well, that was certainly this has certainly been an exciting one. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always, and I hope you all enjoyed that little teaser. Stay tuned for more information. Like I said, races are now underway. We are getting those underway now for Sunday Night Lights 1999. So stay tuned for all that. So I'm just about hitting 3 hours here. So I got McDonald's. Let's see. I gotta get some sleep. McDonald's gets busy in the mornings for the breakfast burritos. Can't confirm. Sometimes I do get those breakfast burritos. But anyway, it's been great watching this alternate universe. Thank you so much, Braden. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween. I hope you all do something fun for the spooky season. With that, I'll go ahead and head off here. The stream has officially hit 3 hours. So, again, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And I will see you guys next time.